Quantum Capitalist by Renee Garcia. From poverty psychology to wealth using practical quantum mechanics. Lesson 11. Black holes. All right, you've got those qualifiers dialed in, all nice and sparkly, thanks to our previous lesson. You're soaring, engines humming, but hold up, Space Cadet. Is that a black hole ahead, trying to suck you into its sneaky vortex? Don't hit the panic button yet. We've got the toolkit to steer you right out of that. Ready to navigate? Let's blast off. We're diving into one of life's greatest disruptors, the black hole. Picture it. Pesky matrix bullies, always lurking, eager to swipe your energetic lunch money. And who might these cosmic thieves be? The usual lineup: media, social platforms, the daily political circus, even the drama brewing in our very own homes. But keep your space boots on, because we're about to sidestep the black hole's greedy gravitational pull. Black holes? They're voracious energy vortexes. These culprits pull us in with promises of binge-worthy shows, the latest celebrity gossip, staying in the loop, and even connecting with old pals. Hello, Netflix, social media, and Facebook. They're the family spats, workplace politics, trending sports, pop culture, and those ever so polarizing political parties. Essentially, anything that consumes your thoughts and urges you to pick a side, that's a black hole. Here's the deal. You enter a sort of contract with these black holes and don't even know it. It goes a little something like this. Hey, give me some of your time and attention, and in return, I'll entertain you or keep you updated. But here's the catch. Black holes have an insatiable appetite. They're not just content nibbling on bits of our energy. They want it all. The grander the spectacle, think high-stakes US presidential elections, the more engrossed we become. They swell, and the more enchanting and triggering they become, the more human resources they can consume. Time, money, attention. Their weapons, our emotions, aspirations, and need to belong. They are cunning predators. They find our Achilles heel and exploit it. From the booze biz to the latest TikTok craze, ensuing war, the media blasting the catastrophic event du jour, right up to the political debate of the decade. All black holes, every last one of them. Remember the Deepak Chopra quote, "Create your own reality, or one will be created for you." Well, when a black hole has you in its suction, it starts molding your reality, feeding you stories, urging you to pick teams, and dictating your emotions. Black holes are the Matrix's favorite tool to keep you compliant, perpetually chasing the next trend or fad, exhausted and or tuned in. They set the rules, making you pine for what's in, or hanging on to the edge of your seat. All's not lost, however. It's all about black hole management. It's about assessing what the black hole is asking from you and weighing it against what you're genuinely getting back. Our human energy, it's gold. And if you're not living the dream, chances are you're feeding these energy leeches more than they deserve. Recognizing these traps is your first defense. That draining romantic relationship, a black hole, that soul-sucking job that keeps you up at night, black hole, that ganja habit burning your time, brain cells, and pockets. Oh, you bet, black hole. Is this a wake-up call? It's your chance to take stock and wisely audit your energetic resources to gauge what is benefiting from your energy and what you are receiving in turn. Let's go deeper and identify more forms they take in your daily life. These are not just trivial aspects of life, but hold the potential to be insidious energy sappers embedded in your everyday existence. Imagine the digital universe of social media and mainstream media, the infamous scroll hole, resembling a vast nebula of information and interaction. This nebula, while dazzling, is a deceptive black hole. It beckons with the allure of endless information and social connection, only to plunge you into a depth of distraction and lost time. This is the black hole that thrives on your curiosity and social urges, turning minutes into hours of unproductive scrolling. Now, shift your gaze to the political cosmos, a domain rife with scandalous black holes. These are not just news stories or debates. They are bottomless energy traps, demanding your attention and emotional investment. However, it's crucial to navigate these spaces selectively, conserving your mental energy for issues that truly align with your values and contribute positively to your personal evolution. In the professional sphere, beware of workplace black holes. These are not mere challenges or difficult colleagues. They are energy drains, capable of depleting your enthusiasm and creativity. Identifying these elements and recalibrating your approach can help preserve your professional zeal and prevent your job from becoming an energy void. Family dynamics, much like a cluster of stars, can be both illuminating and consuming. While family ties offer support and love, they can also spiral into black holes of emotional chaos, especially during conflicts or high-drama situations. The art lies in balancing involvement with self-preservation, ensuring your energy isn't wholly absorbed by familial ordeals. Parenthood, a journey filled with joy and challenges, can also manifest as an energy black hole. The demands of raising children, while rewarding, can be exhaustive. It's vital to balance this beautiful responsibility with self-care, ensuring that the parenting path enriches rather than drains your vital life force. The consumerist culture, with its endless cycle of desire and acquisition, is another subtle black hole. This relentless pursuit often leaves you feeling unfulfilled, trapped in a cycle of temporary satisfaction and long-term emptiness. Recognizing this pattern helps break free from its gravitational pull, allowing you to find contentment beyond material possessions. Substances, often sought for escape or relief, can transform into black holes of dependency, financial drain, and escapism. They promise temporary solace, but can lead to a cycle of reliance and detriment to your well-being. Awareness and caution are key in navigating this tricky terrain. Entertainment, in its many forms, can be a delightful escape, but also a dangerous black hole. When indulgence turns into overconsumption, it becomes a vortex that swallows time and energy, leaving you wondering where your precious moments have vanished. In understanding and recognizing these varied black holes in your life's journey, you become equipped not only to identify them, but also to navigate through them. This awareness allows you to chart a course that is enriching, fulfilling, and aligned with a worthy destination, free from the pull of these energy-sapping black holes. Meet William. William was a typical millennial, lost in the world of social media, politics, and binge-watching TV series. One night, after diving deep into the never-ending scroll hole of Twitter, William fell asleep and dreamed of being sucked into a literal black hole. He felt the G-force pulling him into the vortex at high velocity. He felt the loss of control, the confusion, and the fall into vast nothingness. As William tumbled through the cosmic void at the speed of light, he felt his physical body dissolving into pure energy. And then he watched as all of that energy disappeared into the void, He jolted awake, heart racing. What the hell was that? He thought. As he lay there trying to make sense of it all, something clicked within him. Memories of wasted time flashed before his eyes. Endless hours doom-scrolling, arguing with internet trolls, being consumed by office drama, and spiraling down rabbit holes of conspiracy theories. It was in that moment of post-interstellar freefall that William had an epiphany. His life was being sucked dry by metaphorical black holes. Miraculously, William woke up from this experience and committed to not just shrugging it all off. He realized that it was a dream, but the lesson was very real. It was time for some better energetic management. Gone were the days of being consumed by media, social platforms, and engaging negatively with others. William decided to take his energy back and redirect his mojo towards endeavors that genuinely pumped up his personal net worth. He started by limiting his screen time, focusing on positive content, and engaging in activities that actually added value to his life. As he dodged the black holes, William found himself gravitating towards golden opportunities. He channeled his energy into creative projects, fitness, and meaningful relationships. With his newfound free time and energy, he began a side gig in the evenings, designing and building pour-over coffee stations in his garage, which were selling out on Etsy. By recognizing and managing the energy drains in his life, he became the active creator of his journey rather than succumbing to the void. The money shot. Unshackling your money game. All right, let's dive deep into the matrix and decode this. Grasping the whole black hole concept isn't just some fancy knowledge. It's your secret cheat code to amassing wealth and opportunities. When you dodge these sneaky energy thieves, you're not just saving your vibe. You're redirecting your mojo towards endeavors that genuinely pump up your net worth. Bypass those time-sucking black holes and watch how you naturally gravitate towards cash-making ventures and golden opportunities. By giving black holes the swerve, you're not just creating boundaries so you can thrive more energetically. You're channeling that energy into cash-making endeavors. Look at it like this. It's the difference between Instagram consuming hours of your free time and mental bandwidth, or you becoming a content creator and capitalizing on ad dollars. In the game of black holes, it's consume or be consumed. The recap. Black holes, the insidious energy drains lurking in our daily lives. These voracious vortexes, from media to workplace drama, constantly vie for our attention, emotions, and time, subtly shaping our realities. By recognizing and managing these black holes, individuals can redirect their energy from being passively consumed to actively engaging in meaningful, fulfilling endeavors. Essentially, it's about taking back control and being the active creator of your life journey rather than a passive spectator. Poke the brain. Which black holes are you currently lost in? Your next power move. Juggernaut journal exercise. Black hole bypass bootcamp. This exercise is more than a simple task. It's an opportunity to delve deep into what you are engaging with energetically, understand your energy patterns, and reshape your daily life for optimal productivity and fulfillment. Step 1. Black hole breakdown. Begin by introspectively examining your past week. Identify the top 3 activities or habits that have disproportionately consumed your time and energy. These are your personal black holes, be it endless doom scrolling, engaging in political drama, or family disputes. Recognize that acknowledging these energy drainers is the first step towards profound self-awareness and growth. Step 2. deep dive diagnosis. Now, engage in a deeper analysis. Write a sentence or two about the underlying reasons for each black hole's hold over you. Try to understand the why. Are these habits a response to emotional needs, a result of conditioned behavior, or a means to fulfill a deeper psychological craving? Self-awareness is key, and by understanding your motivations, you're better positioned to alter them. The path forward: continual growth and self-reflection. This exercise is not a one-time activity, but a cornerstone of continuous self-development. Regularly revisiting and refining your approach ensures you're always moving towards a more fulfilled and energetically efficient life. Each step away from these black holes is a step closer to realizing your full potential. Remember, in the pursuit of personal growth, the energy you conserve and how you choose to redirect it becomes the catalyst for profound transformation. Lesson 12, Cutting Matrix Puppet Strings. All right, black holes, we are on to your sneaky little shenanigans. Do they really think they are going to pull a fast one on us again? Wait, hold up. Those pesky old habits are dying hard, huh? Dang it. Need the deets on taming these bad boys? You got it. But brace yourself. Combating black holes isn't about entering the boxing ring. They thrive on that drama. It's all about mastering the art of indifference and apathy. Let's deep dive into this madness, shall we? Ready for a subject that's darker than dark matter itself? The puppet strings of black holes. Those alluring distractors that will go to just about any lengths to keep you engaged. Gross, right? But here's the secret. You have the power to break free from these energy leeches and steer your own course. These black holes are cunning. They toy with your sense of duty, emotions, and the innate need to belong. You see it every day in media and politics, roping you in with the charm of staying informed or taking a stance. But the hard truth? These are energy vampires in disguise. Don't be fooled. Anything that consumes your attention, energy, money, and time without contributing to your personal evolution is a destructive black hole. Social media is the worst. It takes much more from you than just your time and energy. It's a well-known dopamine factory, isn't it? Every like, every share, every comment feeds this addiction, flooding your brain with the feel-good stuff. You think you're just scrolling away, but you're actually recircuiting your synapses. Let's face it, you're not just losing time. You're messing with your mind, man, while also completely disregarding the master plan blueprint for your life. Black holes play a persuasive game, blending blatant coercion with covert manipulation to drain your thought energy and puppeteer your actions. But fear not. The curtain's about to be lifted on their deceitful performance. Here's the black hole hack. 1. Spot the sleight of hand. Snap out of it and see through the black hole's ruses. Each nibble of fear, guilt, or anxiety they dangle is a dance step leading you away from your groove and straight into their twisted tango of dread and doubt. Geez, did I just crank the drama dial to 11 on that one? True though. 2. Say no to manipulation. Be the unyielding wall against those manipulative tactics. They tug at your emotions. You stand strong. Embrace your inner sovereignty and refuse to be an energy donor. Wrestling with a black hole gets you nowhere. Indifference does. Draw that line in the sand and guard it. They say the opposite of love isn't hate, it's apathy. And apathy is exactly the antidote to the black hole's beckoning. 3. Unleash positive power. Let positivity and empowerment be your new battle cry. Surround yourself with invigorating content, nurturing relationships, and wisdom that inspires. Combat the black hole's negative influences with an armory of optimism. 4. Shatter the habit loop. Break free from the chains of old habits that keep you circling the black holes in your sector. Substitute those negative reactions with mindful, uplifting responses. Don't let the illusion of comfort fool you. Break those familiar patterns. The money shot. Cut those strings, build your empire. Distracting black holes, like the allure of social media or the emotional tug of the news, are not just time wasters. They're wealth destroyers. Every moment spent being swayed by these distractions is a missed opportunity to create your product, learn a new high-value skill, or invest in personal growth. Cutting ties with these energy leashes not only frees up your mental space, but helps you discover optimal financial paths. As you focus on what truly matters, you open doors to prosperity, ensuring your energy and attention flow in the right direction. Allowing black holes to dictate your thoughts and emotions can lead to uncalculated risks and impulsive decisions in your financial journey. This misstep can drain your financial resources quicker than a vortex. On the other hand, being in control of your energy can lead to clear, calculated decisions and a path of prosperity. The recap. Black holes are out to consume your energy and hook you by twisting your thoughts and emotions. The path to freedom? See through their deception, stand your ground, immerse in positivity, and break those old, binding habit loops. Poke the brain. What's your game plan? What decisive action will you take today to snip those puppet strings of black holes and reclaim your energy for your journey into the promising unknown? Your next power move. Juggernaut journal exercise. Plotting your energetic landscape. Objective. This exercise is your chance to visualize where you're operating in the multiverse and uncover which black holes are pulling at your strings. Let's chart out your energy landscape. Step 1. Draw your sectors. Using a sheet of paper in landscape orientation, draw 10 horizontal lines equally spaced from top to bottom. These represent the 10 levels of reality, with the superior levels at the top and the inferior at the bottom. Label each level 1 through 10. Where do you perceive yourself to be right now? Put an X on that level. Step 2. Identify your black holes. Below your X, representing where you currently stand, doodle a circle for each black hole in your life. These are the drains tugging at your energy cords. Label each one. Maybe it's Instagram, Friday night wine-a-thons, or that never-ending drama relationship. Step 3. Audit your energy exchange. Within each black hole circle, split it in half. On the left side, list out what these black holes are costing you. Is it your money, your peace of mind, your precious time, your health? On the right side, note what you perceive you're getting in return. A fleeting dopamine rush, a temporary distraction, a sense of social inclusion. Step 4. Evaluate your bargains. Step back and review your diagram. For each black hole, does the energy equation look balanced? Are you giving more than you're getting? Or does it look like you're on the losing end of these exchanges? Step 5. Plot your escape strategy. Think about strategies to pull back from these black holes. How can you emotionally, energetically, and physically distance yourself? Do you need to set screen time limits? Engage in healthier habits? Create stronger boundaries? List actionable steps beside each black hole circle. Conclusion: by visually mapping out your energetic landscape, you've shed light on the shadowy black holes that have been clandestinely consuming your resources. Now, armed with awareness and a plan, you're all set to reclaim your energy and ascend to higher sectors. Lesson 13. Importance: the sector superpoison. All right, strap in for another revelation. We've delved into the clarifying world of black holes, but guess what? There's another layer to this cosmic onion. While we've established how black holes ensnare and drain, there's a secret ingredient that amplifies their gravitational pull on you: your importance levels. Prepare for a dose of clarity and some genuine aha moments. This lesson is all about stabilizing the roller coaster of emotions and energy, one of reality's most potent disruptors. Importance: it's the invisible force behind life's turbulence, creating chaos and tipping the scales of your emotional balance. Brace yourself for an eye-opening journey of freeing yourself from this powerful, self-concocted inner pressure that has most certainly disrupted your reality in the past. Think of importance as the superglue, binding you to expectations and outcomes. You know the drill. I just have to nail this job interview. I simply must get into that elite college program. Or the universe will literally collapse if that Tinder date doesn't text back. But here's the twist. It's like telling the quantum field, hey, I demand the things I desire my way and on my timeline. Otherwise, meltdown central over here. And guess what? The quantum field doesn't jive with that. See, when you tag something with a high value or a must-have label, you're basically saying, quantum field, if this doesn't pan out exactly as I'm envisioning, then expect drama. It's kind of like being a cosmic drama queen, telling the quantum field how it ought to unfold its grand design. And oh boy, it doesn't like being told what to do. It gets even juicier. There are two distinct flavors to this importance game: inner and outer importance. Inner is all about the me, myself, and I. It's the everyone better recognize how amazing I am, and the they better serve my meal pronto or else vibe. Outer importance, on the other hand, zeroes in on external circumstances and events. Importance sounds like a VIP guest you'd welcome with open arms, right? But here's the twist. Importance isn't your BFF. It's the sneaky villain in the plot, staging all sorts of chaos for your storyline. It's the silent siren singing you into turbulent seas of emotional crisis while you're just trying to get where you want to go. When you slap that golden importance sticker onto something, it's like rolling out the red carpet for black holes too. You're basically shouting, over here, I've got some juicy emotional vulnerability for you to feast on. Case in point, you've branded a political event as mega important. Well, darling, prepare for a news binge that will suck the life out of you. Every twist, every turn, every tweet will have you glued because, well, it's life and death. Or so you think. The black holes. They're rubbing their greedy hands together, ready to feast on every ounce of your attention and energy. But wait, there's a golden ticket out of this circus, and it's simpler than you think. Lower the importance, reduce the drama. It's like decluttering your cosmic closet, making space for a harmonious existence. Ready for some truth? The secret to mastering your reality isn't amping up the passion, it's chilling out. The matrix thrives on the illusion that by inflating the importance you give to things, you'll achieve greatness. But let's strip it down. It's all about energy. Oversaturating your life with importance drains your vital energy. And guess what? The matrix feasts on that. Yet, in a stark twist, loading up on importance doesn't propel you forward. Sky-high expectations, emotional turmoil, and frantic desperation. They don't pave the way to success. So, why the charade? Blame it on programming. The matrix has us fooled into thinking this is the standard. Take a gander at the entertainment industry. From blockbusters to binge-worthy series, what's the recurring theme? Characters steeped in exorbitant levels of importance. Watch any movie or show through this lens, and it's glaringly obvious. The political stage, a veritable circus of importance. Social media's cultural narratives, skyrocketing importance levels. Feast your eyes on my gourmet dinner. Behold my brand new car. Witness the wrath of a motorist's meltdown. From cradle to grave, you're indoctrinated to operate on heightened importance. Here's the real kicker. The higher one's importance, the more they're ensnared in the matrix's web. We've all been there, chasing that next big paycheck or that nod of approval, because we think it's the key to the elusive treasure chest of happiness. Spoiler alert. It's not. That promotion or shiny new toy. It's a sugar rush for the ego, not soul candy. Think about it. Expecting a swanky pair of shoes to elevate your spirit is like hoping a fancy hat can upgrade your IQ. But hold on, you object. If I'm not living for those dopamine hits from my achievements, then what's the point? Here's a thought bomb for you. How about some good old consistent joy? From the get-go, we're trained to hunger, hanker, and haggle. But aren't you fed up? Welcome to quantum capitalism, where the rules flip and where what we truly seek is that magical elixir of unwavering contentment. Without that ego trap demanding a certain outcome, we stay in this breezy state, whether we're on cloud 9 or navigating a storm. The truly free individual, they're vibing on a different frequency altogether, way above the mundane metrics of human wins and losses. Now don't twist my words. This isn't about being reckless or slothful. Quite the opposite. Detached, or sharper, more dialed in. Our heads clearer, and emotions. They're now our wingmen. Got a project that's your baby? Cool. Now, how'd you feel if you were at peace with whatever way it pans out? Aha. See the shift? Instant inner zen, no matter the scoreboard. Think of it this way. Dive into the business venture, by all means, but do it to earn your living, never for ego gratification. It's valuable to understand the difference. Do this and those business migraines. History. You'll face challenges, sure. But while the board may be a maze, your mind's a clear sky. Escaping the maze, it starts with emotional detachment. More detachment equals more liberty, a notion the Matrix detests. To truly master this game, you need to cut through the illusion. Care less to conquer more. Mind-blowing, right? Now, to get a clearer picture, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, inner importance. Think of this as your ego's roller coaster, sometimes taking you to dizzying heights of arrogance, or plummeting you into the depths of self-doubt. Both rides. Not fun, and way too extreme. Balance is the name of the game. Outer importance. Outer importance is when you give excessive value or weight to external results, objects, events, people, or perceptions of how things should play out, believing they hold the key to your happiness or self-worth. In the grand dance of the quantum field, fluidity wins. So, loosen that grip, lighten that load, and let things flow. Trust the quantum field's choreography. It's got your back. Meet Sarah. Sarah had earned a nickname among her colleagues, the promotion mercenary. She invested all her hopes and dreams in the idea of climbing the corporate ladder, seeing it as the singular path to success and fulfillment. However, when one particularly coveted position slipped through her fingers, it felt like a high-speed roller coaster plummeting straight into the depths of Disappointment City. Cue the somber symphony and the soul-numbing "what's wrong with me" moments. But hold up. In an alternate reality, Sarah decided to unleash her inner give-no-fucks warrior and take back control. She realized that she was blowing things out of proportion and that her worth wasn't tied to a job title. With a newfound sense of perspective, she shook off her promotion anxieties, embraced her current role, and vowed to rock the opportunity with a detached attitude instead. That way, no matter what happened, Sarah wasn't going to jerk herself around emotionally, and most importantly, if the job didn't come to fruition, she wouldn't lose the high sector of reality she was on, thus having all the opportunities from that sector still available at her own personal success buffet. Now, Sarah's riding high on the freedom train, leaving behind the emotional black hole of job promotion that almost sucked her in. She's on her way to success, enjoying the dance floor of life without letting external stuff define her groove. So, dear reader, is it time for you to drop the importance and emotional baggage on something causing you distress? Excessive importance can be likened to unruly party crashers, but you possess the power to show them the door. Whether it's placing too much importance on wanting a specific version of reality to unfold, expecting someone in your life to behave in a certain way, or obtaining something you deeply desire, it's essential to keep such tendencies in check. To truly embody your inner quantum capitalist and avoid complicating matters through heavily weighted expectations, it's crucial to address these levels of importance. Here's the deal. Don't let things take over your dance floor anymore. It's not about suppressing emotions. Instead, we're addressing the underlying problem. Too much emotional weight disrupts your groove, keeping you from the sector where you excel. View these problems as the illusions they genuinely are. They only appear significant because you shine a spotlight on them. But consider this. If you've deemed something important, but then shift your focus to a completely different matter, the initial problem disappears. We're turning down that stage light and reclaiming our peace of mind. However, don't mistake reducing the importance of certain things with becoming emotionless. Far from it. Holding on to positive feelings regarding an outcome is beneficial. Yet, convincing yourself or your reality that you'll be utterly devastated if an anticipated result doesn't manifest. That's when complications arise in your life. By minimizing the undue importance you assign to things, you pave the way to personal liberation. 3 steps to recognize importance and challenge your perspective. 1. Observe your inner state. Monitor areas where you place undue importance on yourself and your surroundings. Awareness is the first foot out of the maze. 2. Check your attitude. Rather than fighting your emotions, check your attitude. overwhelming feelings and emotions are born from the high importance you assign to things. 3. Remember, you hold the freedom of choice. Cherish the gift of being able to choose your perspective. If you decide, you can switch your viewpoint. Harness this ability. By doing so, you gain mastery over much of your life. The money shot. Decoding financial instability. Let's discuss finances. You're familiar with the emotional highs and lows of money, right? The fear, the anxiety, the pride, and the greed all contribute to a whirlwind of financial chaos. But here's a revelation. Your key to financial stability lies in recognizing and addressing the undue importance you attach to money and financial matters. Begin to perceive financial challenges as magnified illusions, distorted by the lens of importance. Cease allowing money to dictate your value and observe how your reality synchronizes with prosperity. The recap. Excessive importance gives rise to unbalanced emotions and reactions. Lowering importance means addressing your underlying attitude and perspective rather than suppressing your feelings. Problems are illusions, magnified by the lens of importance. By reducing emotional weight and observing situations with clarity, you break free from the roller coaster of emotions that importance creates. The bottom line? Excessive importance attributed to anything locks you in unhealthily to one specific reality only. It limits your access to infinite potentialities and therefore higher sectors. If you want to ascend, you must let go. Poke the brain. In your reality, where have you let importance take the driver's seat? Your next power move. Importance awareness meditation. Objective. A meditation to help you identify areas of excessive importance in your life. Setting the scene. Find a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be interrupted. Sit or lie down in a relaxed position. If sitting, keep your spine straight. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. 2. Grounding. Envision roots extending from your body, connecting you deep into the earth. Feel this grounding energy anchoring you in the present moment. 3. Journey to your inner space. Visualize yourself in a vast cosmic space where stars, planets, and galaxies surround you. This is your inner universe. Notice in the distance a scale like the one Justice holds, perfectly balanced. 4. Identifying importance. As you approach the scale, you notice items or symbols on one side, representing areas of your life where you've placed excessive importance. Take a moment to recognize these items without judgment. Maybe it's a work badge, a heart, or a pile of money. Recognize the emotional charge you feel when seeing these symbols. 5. Statement of awareness. Silently repeat to yourself, I recognize the importance I place on various aspects of my life. I am aware of its existence. Reflection. Spend a few minutes journaling or contemplating on what you discovered during the meditation. Did certain symbols surprise you? What areas of your life might need less attachment and emotional turbulence due to elevated importance? This meditation allows a gentle exploration into where we might be placing too much importance in our lives. It encourages awareness in a peaceful, introspective manner. Practice regularly to keep your inner scales harmonized. In conclusion, we've discussed the concept of importance and how it can disrupt your realm of reality. What to do next? We got you. We'll delve deeper in the next lesson, offering clear guidance on why this all matters and its significance in shaping your reality. Lesson 14, Why We Generate Importance. All right, in our previous lesson, we dived deep into the concept of importance and began to clearly acknowledge the emotional traps we create in our paths by operating with elevated importance. Let's take a deeper look at what importance looks like and why exactly we invite this disruption into our lives. Ready to face this beast head-on? There are two primary culprits behind the generation of elevated importance levels. The first is your triggers. These are emotional hotspots linked to something you've overvalued, often due to a past experience, possibly trauma, or an intense, unchecked desire. It might also stem from a deep-seated need to prove something to yourself. The second culprit is the black holes in your reality. Yep, if your importance levels are sky high, you can bet your bottom dollar a black hole is likely involved. Black holes engage us by convincing us to adopt certain standards, which we then deem crucial, effectively signing a contract with these imposed values. In a world where every ping and buzz could be the next big political revelation, it's easy to get caught in the whirlpool of constant news updates. Picture someone, much like any of us, whose personal values deeply resonate with the unfolding dramas and triumphs of the political arena. This connection isn't just intellectual, it's visceral, tapping into their most profound convictions and fears. Enter the black hole, the ever-spinning, never-sleeping cycle of political news. It doesn't just inform, it seduces, presenting each piece of news as a critical thread in the tapestry of global affairs. For our protagonist, checking the news isn't just a habit, it's a ritual. It's the first thing they do in the morning, their constant companion during the day, and the last voice they hear at night. This engagement isn't casual, it's intense and emotional. Each headline, each breaking story, sends ripples through their day, stirring up a cocktail of worry, anger, or fleeting hope. The news cycle, with its pulse-quickening urgency and dramatic flair, has convinced them that tuning out is not an option, that being constantly connected is the only way to be a responsible member of society. In this narrative, the individual's emotional triggers and the compelling allure of the news black hole merge into a relentless dance of information consumption. They find themselves trapped in a loop of heightened importance, where staying perpetually plugged into the political saga feels not just necessary, but vital. Those black holes, they're on overtime, constantly sucking you into an intense whirlwind of importance. You end up teetering, off balance, and exposed. And guess what? They're all about that life. Black holes thrive on this chaos because they get to siphon off your energy faster than you can even generate it again. A state the system loves to keep you in. In this state, you remain confused, complacent, and vulnerable, yet at times still desperately clinging to the things you want. But you've got such little energy. Well, you might as well resign to another night of garbage content trying to relax. Before you can take back the wheel and steer your life, you must first discern where and then why your levels of importance are skewed. Living with importance isn't a leisurely stroll. It feels more like being ensnared in a relentless tug of war, torn in every direction. Do you ever feel like you've been duped into this eternal showdown with yourself, your environment, and this entire matrix construct you're living in? Does it sometimes seem like you're stuck in a perpetual dance-off, and the tune playing has convinced you that this exhausting jig is just how life is? Yet, as the days roll on, more and more anxiety, depression, and self-doubt. At the same time, everyone else is seemingly too bothered by their importance levels to question anything either. But Here's where it gets dicey. Instead of looking for a new tune, we double down, convinced that amplifying the volume will help. Oh, if my political party wins, the sun will shine brighter. That promotion, it's my ticket to happiness. A flashier car, a bigger home, that designer bag, must-haves for a better life. Seriously? It's almost like we attempt to mask the distress our importance levels create by piling on more things to load up with importance, instead of just trying to get to the root of the issue. Can we just hit pause and evaluate? Maybe it's seeing that pregnancy test turn positive, waiting for that accepted offer notification on your dream house, anticipating the tearful yes after you pop the question, or the rush of seeing an extra digit on your paycheck. But again, why? Is it the need for love, yearning for safety and security, desperation to be accepted? Are you all in, chips stacked high on one outcome, because you feel this outcome will provide you with something that will make you feel whole? If life tosses you a curveball, are you centered to swing and hit a home run anyway? Wanting something higher and better is great, but if your entire emotional life savings are invested in a single event, dependent on a singular outcome, tread carefully. Let's be real. These battles with ourselves and our lives, we've all got them. But it's high time we hit the reset button, find our center, and dance to our rhythm. Not the rhythm of the importance levels we've created, possibly blind to what was really going down. Time to groove, move, and prove that we're more than the sum of our anticipated results. Are you game for a new game? How about mastering the art of staying unbothered, no matter which way the punches come? What if I told you there's a whole lot more to gain when you operate this way? Because trust me, there is. Meet Karen. Karen's alarm buzzes at the crack of dawn, jolting her from a dream where she was, ironically, floating carefree in space. The first thought that hits her as her feet touch the cold floor, her appearance. Today, she must look impeccable. The mirror becomes her first battlefield, scrutinizing every detail, every hair, every pore, thousands of dollars of products, contouring like a pro, nearly 2 hours. As with each morning, poof, gone. Breakfast is a whirlwind of calories counted and Instagram stories scrutinized. Her oatmeal isn't just breakfast. It's a statement of health and discipline. The walk to work is no casual stroll. It's a parade of self-importance, her heels clicking on the pavement like a metronome of self-worth. At work, Karen's world orbits around her email inbox. Each notification is a comet threatening to disrupt her universe. The stakes? Astronomically high, of course. The presentation at 10 a.m. isn't just a meeting. It's the Apollo mission of her career. She navigates office politics with the grace of a diplomat during wartime. Each interaction, a delicate dance of alliances and rivalries. Lunch with colleagues is a symphony of one-upmanship. The salad? An unspoken competition of who's eating healthier. The casual banter? A covert operation to gauge who's climbing the corporate ladder fastest. Karen's mind races faster than the speed of light, analyzing every word, every glance. The afternoon brings the battle of personal finance. Checking her bank account feels like a deep dive into an abyss. Numbers on a screen aren't just figures. They're a measure of her life's success. The pressure to invest, save, spend, and flaunt jostles in her mind like a chaotic asteroid belt. Post-work drinks with friends aren't about unwinding. It's a showcase of social standings, peppered with subtle brags about vacations booked and designer bags bought. Each story Karen tells is a calculated move in a chess game of social clout. At home, Karen's apartment isn't just a living space. It's a museum of her tastes and accomplishments. Each piece of furniture, each artwork, is a testament to her refined choices. Even relaxing involves curating the perfect Netflix playlist, portraying characters and storylines that display importance levels out of control. As Karen finally collapses into bed, her mind races with the events of the day. Did she win? Did she do enough? Her thoughts are a tornado of what-ifs and should-haves. Sleep doesn't come easy. It's another battle to fight. In the world of Karen, every moment is a skirmish in the grand war of importance. Every choice, every interaction is laden with the weight of a universe. But beneath the facade of control and perfection, there's a whispered cry for true self-love, a faint call for a truce. Maybe tomorrow, Karen will hear it. Maybe tomorrow, she'll realize that she's been fighting in a war that doesn't need winning, that doesn't even actually exist. The Money Shot. Redefining wealth beyond the dollar sign. Money never made a man happy yet, nor will it. The more a man has, the more he wants. Instead of filling a void, it makes one. Benjamin Franklin. Why does importance over financial matters drive so much of human life? It's deeply rooted in our survival instinct and our perceptions of self-worth. The black holes of society have been remarkably successful in convincing us of money's importance, leading many astray in a deceitful game. The key point, often missed in the pursuit of wealth, is this. It's not about chasing money, but rather embodying the state of being you think wealth will bring. That's what truly leads you to prosperity, not the relentless pursuit of wealth itself. Consider this. Is endlessly wanting, grasping, and placing elevated importance on money truly how you want to spend your precious moments? The irony is, the more you stress over finances, the less you tend to bank, both in terms of energy and actual cash. Next time you find yourself tripping over life's hurdles, pause for a moment. Remember, you're just stardust navigating this journey of life. It's time to let go of taking financial stresses so seriously. Does this mean you'll starve if you drop the importance? Absolutely not. In fact, you're more likely to rise and thrive, which I'll show you in the upcoming lessons. The recap. Importance is often mistakenly ingested as a magic elixir, especially in the hustle and grind culture. Reflecting on my journey, I realized that once I started asking meaningful questions about my motivations and began to move away from a toxic mindset burdened with excessive expectations, life didn't just become easier. It became richer. More of everything started flowing my way with less effort. Believe it or not, it can indeed be that way for you too. Poke the brain. Reflect on where in your life you're battling due to elevated importance levels. Be honest with yourself about where these levels originated. Do you believe there is another way to go about getting the things you want out of life? Your next power move. Juggernaut journal exercise. Peel the onion. Time to peel back the layers and figure out why you're stuck in this mess of importance. It's time to get real and confront your attachments that are causing chaos. Let's do the thing. Start with the little annoyances, like that neighbor blasting music all day. Ask yourself why it's bothering you so much. Keep digging. Each answer leads you closer to the root cause. This ain't rocket science. This works even when it comes to the big stuff. You've got to dig deep. Question those deeply embedded programs and societal beliefs. Unravel the knots in your reality, and you'll feel that sweet release. Identify the trigger. Jot down 3 things, whether significant or trivial, that have irritated, unsettled, or thrown you off recently. This could range from your neighbor's blaring music to a pivotal life event, Dive deep with why. For each trigger, repeatedly ask yourself, why does this bother me? Or, why do I have so much elevated expectation over this? Ask yourself this question at least 5 times. With each subsequent why, you'll notice you're peeling back the layers and getting closer to the root of the issue. Here are a few examples. Trigger list. 1. Colleagues' constant criticism. Every time you propose a new idea in team meetings, a particular colleague always finds something negative to say. This triggers you to feel discounted. 2. Friends' canceled plans. Your best friend has canceled your planned outings multiple times in the past month. This triggers you to feel abandoned. 3. Pending promotion. You've been waiting for news about a promotion, and the anticipation is eating away at you daily. This triggers you into feeling insecure. Now, for the why. 1. Colleagues' constant criticism. Why does this bother me? It makes me feel undervalued in team meetings. Why? I've spent a lot of time and effort on these proposals. Why? I want to contribute to the team's success and be recognized. Why? Being recognized validates my hard work and makes me feel competent. Why? As a child, I felt overshadowed and always sought validation. 2. Friends' canceled plans. Why does this bother me? It makes me feel like I'm not a priority. Why? I value our friendship and want to spend time together. Why? Quality time with friends provides me with emotional support. Why? I feel isolated and disconnected without regular social interactions. Why? Growing up, I felt most secure and happy in social settings. 3. Pending promotion. Why am I so anxious about this? I've been working hard and believe I deserve it. Why? This promotion symbolizes professional growth for me. Why? I've always associated career growth with personal success and personal worth. Why? Success in my career makes me feel more secure and confident in life and worthy. Why? My family has always emphasized the importance of professional success. At the conclusion of this introspection, you'll likely find that much of your importance is anchored in past experiences or entrenched beliefs. These culprits pump up those importance levels, tackling them head on and at their root. That's your ticket to diffusing the emotional fireworks. All it takes is a touch of heightened awareness. Dive deep, challenge the narrative, and watch the transformation unfold. Lesson 15. Creating chaos with disproportionate energy. In our previous lessons, we've pulled back the curtain on this concept of importance. We've pinpointed how you've been unknowingly hanging these importance tags on parts of your life. Maybe it's the sneaky matrix, or those scars from yesterday pulling the strings. But here's where the plot thickens. We're now diving into the deep end with importance in action. This is where the energy gets all out of whack, where chaos waltzes in. Essentially, you're broadcasting on a frequency that's luring in everything you swore you didn't want. Gear up, because we're about to embark on a quest into balance, nature's sole objective. In the realm of quantum capitalism, balance is kind of a big deal, and you need it. Let's break it down. The laws of nature don't come with explanations. They're just cold, hard facts. But let's get real here. The law of balance is the law of all laws, and it's the real deal. Earth without balance, it'd be like living in some funky atmospheric jelly or a boiling furnace. So, are you ready to give props to balance and understand how the heck it keeps everything in check? We've all experienced the ups and downs, the good and bad spells in life. Success and defeat, baby. That's just life playing the balance game. And it's got a master plan for everything. Day and night, incoming and outgoing tides, birth and death. It's all about perpetual balance. When your sense of importance skyrockets without a reality check, you don't just think differently, you act differently. And when you act from this heightened state of importance, it's like throwing a rock into a pond. The ripples spread out, altering your reality. Think about it. You've been ghosted by your date, and instead of keeping your cool, you fire off a barrage of texts at an unholy hour. Ouch. That's you, generating disproportionate energy. Here's another example. Let's say I buy an overpriced t-shirt, which boosts my self-worth, compensating for a perceived shortcoming. This act of assigning excessive value to the shirt represents importance in action, leading to the purchase, a manifestation of disproportionate energy. But here's the twist. If everyone acted on these energy spikes without the law of balance showing up, the world would be one chaotic, unpredictable mess. Imagine that universe for a second. Our world has its checks and balances for a reason. We'll dig deeper into that in the next lesson. But for now, just picture a world where every overreaction gets exactly what it's gunning for. Just know that disproportionate energy is your energy running wild with importance, acting as its backup dancer. This is you operating in your sector as moving matter while charged with importance. Messing with the energetic field in this manner is akin to creating chaos, like a nerd gone rogue on a science project. Think it's just in your head? Nope. Your thoughts pack a punch when it comes to action. And the quantum field and the matrix can see that shit. When you're all gung-ho about something and your importance levels shoot through the roof, you're playing with fire. Disproportionate energy is like a mischievous gremlin inviting havoc in your life. It's a universal law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong if you're operating from a place of imbalanced energy. So, when the world's already teetering on this tightrope of continuous balance, and you then toss disproportionate energy into the mix, kaboom! When operating from a place of disproportionate energy, you're a massive reality disruptor. When you go all in on something, disrupting the peace and harmony, guess what? You're inviting a roller coaster of polarity. We've all been guilty of this groove more times than we'd like to admit. Want a few samples from the Been There, Done That playlist? 1. Overbooked Overlord. Ever cram your calendar so full it's bursting at the seams? You think you're being the productivity master, but suddenly you're the star of Burnout Boulevard, juggling 5 coffee dates, 3 projects, 2 workouts, and a partridge in a pear tree. Hello, imbalance. Bye-bye, Zen. 2. Fitness frenzy. So you decide, I'm getting ripped, and hit the gym like there's no tomorrow. But in this mad dash to Chiseltown, you've skipped meals, canceled plans, and, would you look at that? Pulled a muscle. Wasn't exactly the kind of ripped you were going for, was it? 3. Social media maniac. Posting every second, every meal, every sneeze, trying to curate that perfect life aesthetic. But then you're bummed out because Janet from high school got more likes on her cat photo. That's the quantum field throwing shade, reminding you that there's more to life. 4. Relationship rodeo. Obsessed with that special someone? Texting 24/7, dreaming in Technicolor about your next date, and losing track of friends, family, and, well, reality? Cupid's got you in a chokehold. Romeo ain't texting back, and balance is gasping for breath. 5. Money madness. Whether you're hoarding every penny like there's a global coin shortage or blowing cash faster than a popped balloon loses air, extreme money moves shake your equilibrium. Trust me, neither Scrooge nor Spendy McGee has the right vibe. 6. Desperation dive. Ever lost a high-profit sale because you came off too eager? Maybe you kept dropping your price or followed up a tad too often. Desperation smells worse than week-old leftovers, and clients can sniff it out a mile away. Play it cool, or watch that big deal melt away. 7. Perfectionist's pitfall. Aimed to craft the perfect project. Maybe you nitpicked every detail, reworked every element, obsessed over every pixel. Instead of a masterpiece, you end up with an overcooked mess. Here's a tip. Sometimes less is truly more. When you micromanage perfection, you often invite imperfection. And there you have it. A few head-nodding, whoops, that's totally me moments. But remember, nobody's playing a perfect game here. We're all just trying to find that sweet spot in the middle where balance thrives. So next time you feel like going overboard in one direction, maybe pause and ask yourself, is this really the quantum capitalisty brain move I think it is? Let's finesse this. Feeling confident, are we? Whispering to yourself, I've got this under control. Piece of cake. But don't get too comfy. Those sly black holes are always lurking, waiting for you to slip up. They feast on moments when you tilt into disproportionate energy territory, because they know, oh, they know, that's their time to go in for the kill. Picture this. You're burning the midnight oil, striving for pixel perfect on that project. But if things don't align just right, you find yourself at that corner store grabbing a pack of smokes. Tobacco black hole. 1, you 0. Take a step back from the relentless hustle and grind. Keep your wits about you, move with poised precision, and let clarity be your compass. Say goodbye to yanking yourself around by disproportionate energy. Keep an eye on your importance levels. Embrace your unshakable calm, and watch any disproportionate energy vibes dissolve like a fleeting nightmare. Stay breezy, y'all. The money shot. Balancing the bank. Too often, we're stuck in the extremes. Drowning in debt? Why not one more credit card binge? If I don't start saving today, I'm doomed. We either go all in or completely pull back, either out of desperation or sheer exasperation. When importance and money dance together, it's usually a mess. You find yourself losing or constantly sidelined because mastering the money game seems like a wild goose chase. But there's a smarter way. Get intimate with balance. Spend, save, and give at the right times. Armed with the insights ahead, you'll master the art of stacking your wealth. But remember, don't let the pests of importance and disproportionate energy nibble away at your fortune. Earning is one thing. Maintaining it with balanced energy, that's how you build true wealth. The recap. Navigating the path to balance means understanding disproportionate energy and recognizing the chaos it births when we act from spiked importance. Nature strives for balance, And when our heightened desires disturb that delicate equilibrium, we not only create chaos, but also invite challenges that aim to restore the harmony we've disrupted. Poke the brain. Reflect on that recent moment when your heightened sense of importance sent your energy spiraling out of balance, resulting in unintended chaos. With hindsight in hand, how might you have approached the situation differently, aligning your actions with a more favorable outcome? Your next power move: harmonizing energy waves meditation. Step 1, tune in. Action. Recognize a moment when you feel that surge of disproportionate energy. Maybe it's stress, overwhelm, or intense excitement. Visualization. Envision this energy as a massive, unsteady wave, rising tall and ready to crash. Step 2, cosmic balance. Take a deep, slow breath in for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. Then release for a count of 4. Visualization. As you breathe, see yourself confidently hopping on a surfboard, ready to tackle that wave. Now, let your intention settle on bringing balance to this energy. Visualization. Picture yourself skillfully surfing this cosmic wave, moving fluidly with its rhythm. Feel the exhilaration as you masterfully ride it, bringing harmony back into your being. Repeat this quick meditation every time you sense the scales tipping, and soon you'll be adept at quantum surfing any challenge that comes your way. Lesson 16. The energetic nosedive. All right, let's connect the dots. We've chatted about importance, that tricky habit of placing excessive value on just about anything. Then there's its sidekick, disproportionate energy, which is basically importance throwing a party. Now, every time you waltz through your sector, juiced up on that disproportionate energy, you're rolling out the red carpet for the gangster of reality. Gravity. Remember the old saying, what goes up must come down. That's disproportionate energy and gravity doing their thing. Go ahead, get all hyped up over some trivial stuff, but don't be shocked when gravity swings by to bring you back down to earth. Today's lesson is all about gravity, the counterbalance to disproportionate energy, the invisible force that shapes your reality when you veer too far off course and start acting or thinking in an imbalanced manner. Gravity is the metaphysical motherfucker of our reality, ready to crack our quantum kneecaps when we go about operating from a place of importance, disrupting the energetic balance. Recall that t-shirt saga from the last round, where I splurged on a ludicrously priced tee to patch up some insecurity due to some funky inner importance? Enter gravity, personified as a careless woman at a bar, slightly too inebriated to stand straight, spilling her red wine all over my treasured tea. Textbook cause and effect. Gravity is the quantum field's way of ensuring equilibrium, and believe me, it never takes a vacay. That shiny new car you've been worshiping since you bought it, chances are someone's going to leave a pretty little dent on it while you're shopping. Whatever you value disproportionately, the quantum field is watching. Gravity acts as the ultimate regulator, making sure that life's scales are always in a state of balance. Get used to it. Or that other relatable scenario, that time you were ghosted after a Tinder date, and in your impatience to understand what's up, you bombarded them with texts, only to ensure they never reached out again. More often than not, gravity serves us the exact scene we desperately wish to avoid. Here's a fun one. A bunch of pals rent a chic beach pad for the weekend to raise a glass to their shared memories. Everyone's vibing, drinks are flowing, and there's just one pal fashionably late to the scene. Enter last-minute diva, making her grand entry onto the sunlit patio. Then, one of our overeager friends, so pumped to see her, leaps up, ready to run her right into the biggest bear hug. But there's a twist. A freshly Windexed sliding door, invisible as a ghost. Bam! The energetic field just served her a face-first slice of gravity pie. Miss Party Girl and her friends spent the next 30 minutes nursing a bloody nose. Disproportionate energy meets instant gravity check. Sometimes we're just one surprise event away from a wake-up call. Are you, my friend, strutting through life, thinking you're the kingpin, unknowingly setting yourself up to get a slap from reality? These stories, they are sly reminders that no matter how you think things are going to go, sometimes life whispers, "Watch this." Remember the lyrics from Alanis Morissette's song, Ironic? Life has a funny way of sneaking up on you when you think everything's all right, and then everything goes wrong and blows up in your face. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Well, Alanis, I've got news for you. It's not irony, it's gravity. So, when was the last time you felt that invisible smack? The kind where you were so sure of yourself. And then, plot twist. It's the quantum field's gentle or not so gentle nudge, telling you to cool those jets and maybe, just maybe, not take things too seriously. Gravity, glass doors, that overpriced t-shirt, spooky Tinder dates. They're all waiting in the wings to remind you that balance isn't just a yoga pose. So, the next time you find yourself sprinting towards what looks like a clear path, maybe take a sec to pause, reflect, and check if you're about to run face first into a lesson. Here's the bottom line. The more you let go of specific outcomes, the more serendipitous life becomes. Have you ever been fortunate enough to ride the high of just letting everything unfold naturally? Admit it, when you ease off on a specific outcome, things often come to you much more easily and with less drama. This is how reality operates. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering, why's life got these kooky rules anyway? Here's the tea. The quantum field is all about energy. Disproportionate energy is like that awkward dancer at a party, chaotic, attention-grabbing, not in the good ways, and totally inviting in gravity. But smooth, steady, and graceful moves on the dance floor, that's like you going into stealth mode. Here's the secret. Trust that when your desires align with the quantum field, your dreams begin to materialize without you needing to force anything. No need to desperately chase, beg, hope, and desire. Just relax and let the quantum field do its thing. Without gravity constantly wreaking havoc on your efforts, you obtain the ability to make moves without having to stop everything every 5 minutes to clean up a mess. Quantum capitalism is all about operating in an energetically efficient manner and reaping the benefits of your well-managed energetic resources. Picture it like this. You have a glass of milk in your hand, and drinking this glass of milk represents your goal. But you set the glass of milk down on the counter, precariously positioning it halfway off the edge. Gravity steps in and causes it to spill everywhere and shatters the glass into pieces as well. Yes, you can go and get another glass of milk, but first, you have to clean up the mess you caused by inviting in gravity. This is why most people don't make it to their goals. Too much disproportionate energy leads to constant balance in the form of messes, letdowns, and eventually resignation because of exhaustion. There is an easier way. The money shot, cryptocurrency chaos. All right, time for a modern parable about our three amigos of mayhem: importance, disproportionate energy, and gravity. Enter the crypto craze. Picture someone with dollar signs in their eyes, dreaming of high-performance sports cars, sprawling mansions, and that jet-set Andrew Tate lifestyle. Importance? We're talking stratospheric levels. Along comes the siren song of cryptocurrency investment. Eureka! This is the golden ticket, cries our overeager, importance-fueled hustler grinder. I'm going all in. Classic case of disproportionate energy in the wealth game. I'm going to finally hit it big, he exclaims, voice dripping with anticipation. No more 9 to 5 for me, he cries out. Damn, this is it. All juiced up on that disproportionate energy. And the grand finale. Oh, just the dramatic crypto nosedive of the decade. Gravity showing up like a motherfucker, delivering the reality check nobody wanted, but everybody needed. And a pathetic fizzle and rapid death of homeboy's capital instead of a boom. This ain't a one-time show, folks. Rewind to the 2008 housing meltdown, or the legendary tulip mania in Holland. Even you, perhaps once tempted to put all your eggs in one basket on a wild whim, have tasted this bitter pill. The moral? Take a moment, pause, reflect. Before you dive headlong into imbalance and chaos, remember, check it before you absolutely wreck it. The recap. Gravity's out here playing referee for the universe, while disproportionate energy, that's your caffeinated toddler messing up the game, especially when dollar signs are involved. Get a grip, folks. Poke the brain. How has your desperate chase for money pushed it further away in the past? What if you could harness the power of these ideas to create a more ideal environment for prosperity? Your next power move, witnessing energy in action. Step into your environment. Any bustling spot will do. A dynamic canvas where life's drama and comedy play out in technicolor. This is no ordinary walk. It's a plunge into a living, breathing spectacle, a chance to witness the pulsating dance of disproportionate energy and importance in its most unscripted form. You're not just passing through. You're an undercover anthropologist, decoding the language of the human dynamic dance with the energetic field. Seek out your vantage point. Maybe it's a busy coffee shop, a park bench amidst the green oasis of a concrete forest, or a hidden nook in a happening marketplace. As you melt into the scenery, sharpen your senses to HD clarity. Tune in and witness the energetic dramas unfold. Watch the high-heeled gladiator navigating the urban labyrinth. Each step is a statement, a testament to her crafted persona. But hold up. A rogue crack challenges her choreographed stride, sending ripples through her composure. Witness the interplay of emotions, the swift tumble or recalibration, a real-time lesson in the dance between self-image and life's unpredictability. Or consider the driver speeding wildly, only to have to slam on the brakes for a red light, then green, and he punches it, ultimately colliding with the tail end bumper of someone making a hasty turn across lanes unexpectedly. Both drivers jacked up on disproportionate energy, both fashionably late to those meetings that were, oh, so important. Then, zoom into the retail battlefield, where a customer and cashier are locked in a modern-day duel. The customer's mounting frustration crescendos against the cashier's fortress of rules. This standoff is more than a transaction gone awry. It's a live demo of importance, disproportionate energy, and gravity on both ends. As these vignettes unfold, patterns emerge. The flux of energy, the aftermath of escalated importance. It's akin to witnessing gravity's invisible hand, orchestrating a symphony of balance and counterbalance. This street-side theater offers more than mere entertainment. It's a masterclass in the mechanics of human behavior and the force of nature. Take this eclectic mix of urban tales, a smorgasbord of real-world insights, and weave them into your movements within your sector. Identify where you're dialed up too high in disproportionate energy, where your scale of importance is off-kilter. Remember, this dynamic interplay of energies is navigable, ever-present, and just reality doing its thing. Approach it with a mix of playfulness and a detective's eye, and let it reshape your interactions and perceptions. In the end, life's richest lessons aren't tucked away in textbooks. They're dancing in the streets, waiting for you to observe. Lesson 17. Importance Pandemic. In our previous lessons, we broke down the concepts of importance, disproportionate energy, and gravity. It was engaging, wasn't it? I attempted to infuse some humor to lighten the mood, but the truth remains that importance is not a trivial subject. This roller coaster, the intertwined dynamics of importance, disproportionate energy, and gravity, often leaves individuals feeling overwhelmed, intensely stressed, and thoroughly perplexed. The matrix is in a perpetual state of projecting what it believes we should value and deem important. When we fall for this, we disconnect from our true and elevated selves. We become the matrix version of ourselves and deviate from our quantum self. Here's a metaphor to illustrate. Celestial navigation, an old-fashioned term, describes sailors using the sun, moon, planets, and stars to navigate. When importance enters the picture, it acts as fog, clouds, or sea mist, obscuring our view and preventing us from staying on course. We essentially become lost at sea, our vision obstructed, and our direction, therefore, skewed. This disconnection and inability to perceive the vital aspects of genuine navigation lead to a life marred by depression, emptiness, extended stress, and anxiety. I firmly believe that individuals who are unhappy or suffering have been led astray by external influences, pulling them away from their destined path. They feel out of sync, struggle to connect with the world in significant and constructive ways, and are, in essence, lost at sea within themselves. But there's hope. First, the fog must dissipate. While understanding importance takes intensive study, no truth offers more life enrichment or profound fulfillment. Consider this as shots fired. Importance can be compared to a silent, undetected cancer. If left unchecked, it spreads rapidly, engulfing every aspect of one's life. An obsession with wealth may bring financial gains, but simultaneously deteriorates personal relationships and emotional well-being. Similarly, being overly focused on getting married and starting a family might divert you from your true life's purpose and the creative fulfillment that would elevate you to your highest potential. Obsessed with the political twists and turns du jour or current events, well, you might be burning it all down, feeding this ever-thirsty black hole. In turn, placing excessive importance on perceived shortcomings, whether it's learned helplessness, a lack of skills, or the ways in which the matrix has labeled you as inadequate, leads to the same outcome. In this scenario, you also find yourself adrift and lost at sea. The real tragedy: the damage isn't confined to the specific realm of importance. Exaggerated importance behaves much like a wildfire, sparing no field from its scorching wrath. Allow me to paint a picture from my own life. A fervent ascent from poverty consumed my every thought. So engrossed in escaping my past, life's genuine joys were discarded for sheer monetary gain. By age 35, my existence wasn't fueled by a zest for life, but by a relentless, never-ending race to a dead end. The closer I came to the image of the person I believed I wanted to be, the more I was tormented with feelings of desperation, loss, and self-loathing. After a humbling wake-up call, I recognized that the unchecked importance under which I operated was merely the beginning. I had become someone I no longer recognized. Understanding the fatal paths I had set by unchecked importance and disproportionate energy was a pivotal first step. A brighter horizon beckoned, but first, I had to unshackle myself. This liberation wasn't instantaneous, but it was worth every bit of what I salvaged from the wreckage. I relentlessly scrutinized my core beliefs, challenged societal programming, and questioned the narratives imposed on me that I had accepted like a poison apple. As I delved deeper, peeling back layers, I also microanalyzed seemingly autonomous actions, such as excessive exercise and undereating. I reevaluated my spending patterns, adopting a fresh perspective on wealth, and deeply appreciated the freedom from standards the Matrix had imposed. These shifts paved the way for the revelations I'll share in Phase 2. Assessing and managing your importance levels will be forever worth your time and attention. The ability to modulate my importance in real time, averting relentless, overwhelming emotions and ceaseless havoc in my life, has been nothing short of a miracle. Finding and navigating my true course, free from many of the things I once deemed so important, well, that's my holy grail. The money shot. Digital decadence. In an obsessive world where every click, swipe, and like fuels the importance pandemic, the real price is often paid in emotional bankruptcy. The unchecked yearning for wealth and status might just rob you of not only life's truest treasures, but the real opportunities for solvency. In the race to amass material treasures, we often sideline and overlook life's authentic riches, meaningful connections, genuine experiences, and avenues leading to tangible, lasting wealth. The recap. The importance pandemic isn't merely about an inflated sense of self or misplaced aspirations. It's a ravenous beast, stripping away life's essence for many in the world. Yet, with realization springs hope, and with comprehension emerges the potential for metamorphosis. Poke the brain. When was the last moment you felt genuinely alive and connected? Was it amid the chase for worldly treasures, or during those rare, deep moments of insight and connection? Your next power move. Love yourself today. Love your world. Love others. Lesson 18. A Band-Aid for now. All right, we've established the basics, haven't we? The chain of importance, which creates disproportionate energy, and then gravity as the consequence. When left unchecked and allowed to run through your life, elevated importance behaves like the Hulk raging out in your sector of reality. Quantum capitalism promotes a profound shift in mindset. It's not just a handy guide sprinkled with candy-coated self-help advice that provides fleeting relief, but sidesteps the real issues. However, in this lesson, I can only introduce you to a foundational solution. This step is pivotal, though. Without a firm grasp on it, the potent remedies offered in phases 2 and 3 might seem cryptic. So, what's the trick to leveling out that sky-high importance of yours? just the tiny task of reassessing and tweaking every last detail of your existence. No biggie. Let's kick things off with some deep dive introspection. Is what you're pining for really in sync with the true you? Or could it be a cocktail of societal ideals, standards, and the noise from your surroundings? That itch for a baby, is it really yours? Or is it a concoction brewed from all those baby showers you've been to? That dream job, is it something your heart truly desires? Or just another shiny trophy to one-up your buddies? And when you daydream about having more money to lead your dream life, what would you actually spend it on? In truth, many things we shroud in importance in this world are material representations of intangible feelings we seek. Love, security, good health, freedom. What we're genuinely pursuing is a state of being, and recognizing this offers the blueprint for success. To simplify, it's not about the tangible things, but the intangible state of being you're aiming for. If you can tap into that desired state of being, you'll naturally attract the physical manifestations aligned with that energy. Sounds pretty simple, right? This is about recognizing and harnessing the power to cultivate feelings, emotions, and ideals, where you perceive yourself as already possessing your desires. As an illustration, consider this. Do you wish for $1 million? If you've placed an excessive emphasis on that figure to the point of driving yourself to the brink, are you ready to consider a different approach? Instead of fixating on the financial sum, shift your focus towards cultivating feelings of wealth in your current situation. By doing so, you'll create a receptive environment, void of the sense of struggle, which is the antipode of your desire. Instead of pursuing an endeavor from a stance of elevated importance, can you shift to merely intending to access that state of being, knowing that there is a version of reality where you are absolutely content in this state? There's a profound difference between importance and the union of intention and knowingness, one that can fundamentally alter your experience of reality. You see, when we label something as important, we inadvertently infuse it with a kind of anxious energy. It's a mix of desire, fear, and doubt. Will we get it? What if we don't? This sort of apprehensive vibe can actually push away what we desire, keeping it tantalizingly out of reach. On the flip side, blending intention with knowingness is a game changer. Intention is about clarity of direction, while knowingness exudes absolute confidence in the arrival to your destination. It's not just hoping. It's knowing with every fiber of your being that what you seek is already yours in an alternate version of reality. This combination acts like a magnet, pulling towards you the exact reality sector that you wish to inhabit. Instead of standing in your own way with the shaky ground of importance, you pave a direct path to your desires with the solid foundation of intention and knowingness. This mindset is a powerful tool shaping and molding the reality you experience to align seamlessly with your deepest aspirations. The money shot, a rude awakening. Before my quantum capitalist awakening, I was trapped in a relentless cycle of want, desire, and desperation. Money had ascended to the pinnacle of my priorities. Every dollar gained was ecstatically celebrated, and every dollar lost, deeply mourned. I reveled in the highs and lows of this financial roller coaster until one day, it sent my world spiraling into chaos. I found myself waking up in a lavish penthouse, surrounded by opulence, yet feeling utterly isolated and empty, a hollow version of who I truly was. The misery was palpable. It's a universal pitfall. When you're unclear about the why behind your pursuits, you find yourself perpetually chasing, never attaining the ever-evasive feeling of having enough. I was that rabbit, forever running after an elusive carrot that seemed perpetually just out of reach. Then, in a moment graced by the higher powers of the quantum field, a revelation struck. As the matrix around me began to show its true essence, I caught a fleeting glimpse of my higher self. I recognized my folly. I had been chasing external validations instead of cultivating an internal state of being. This realization spurred a transformative journey, reshaping reality as I had known it for so many years. Many things that once held immense importance for me now barely register. Where I once sought validation from material possessions and societal metrics, I now find joy in the intangible. Freedom from the matrix's standards, the thrill of creativity, peaceful walks with my dogs, or the rush of embarking on a fresh, ambitious project. Have I renounced financial success? Far from it. Today, I am wealthier in spirit, well-being, and yes, even finances. The key was discerning genuine priorities from deceptive illusions that the matrix had spoon-fed me. I'm convinced that this evolution is attainable for everyone. However, the crucial first step is to surrender. By relinquishing our tight grip on preconceived notions and desires, we open ourselves up to a reality where we can truly manifest the state of being we seek. The recap. To reset is to reevaluate, re-understand, and redefine. By probing into the depths of our wants and desires, we identify the state of being they correspond to. We can then actively fabricate that state of being, consistently nurture it, and therefore reconstruct our reality. Poke the brain. Okay, have at it. Where do you need a reset? Your next power move, the 7-day introspection challenge. Dive into a week-long adventure of self-discovery with this clarifying thought exercise. For the next 7 days, you're going to embark on a mission of dual discovery, unveiling the areas in your life where importance has taken an oversized role and digging deeper to uncover what you're truly chasing after. This journey is more than just a mental exercise. It's an expedition to the core of your deepest desires. Day 1 to day 7. Unraveling the layers. Each day, carve out a moment of tranquility for yourself. Begin by spotlighting the sectors in your life where you've hoisted the flag of importance, be it the relentless pursuit of career milestones, the complex web of relationships, the allure of financial security, or the quest for perfect self-presentation. Question why these realms have become so pivotal in your life. What's the real prize you're after here? Is it the warmth of acceptance, the armor of stability, the trophy of accomplishment? Next, turn the spotlight inward. Imagine a reality where you're already basking in the glow of fulfillment, where every desire is not just a distant dream, but a present reality. This part of the exercise is about syncing with contentment and openness, releasing the reins of your desires, and instead attracting opportunities that align with your genuine sense of fulfillment. Envision yourself welcoming these moments with newfound clarity and confidence. At the end of this 7-day introspection challenge, expect to see a transformation in your worldview and interactions. Realizing that stepping out of the maze of importance isn't about dimming your drive, but aligning it with your authentic self is a game changer. This challenge is your portal to heightened self-awareness and a richer, more meaningful life experience. Get ready to step into the next phase of your personal evolution. Lesson 19, the downward spiral. All right, Sparkplug, it's game time. In recent lessons, we provided practical solutions for managing importance and recognizing disproportionate energy. This way, you can save your valuable energy lost to the chaos that gravity creates. But there's an additional reason you need to stabilize yourself within the quantum field. We're diving into another treasure trove of knowledge, propelling you to greater heights, or more fittingly, keeping you in an elevated sector. The topic at hand, the downward spiral. Imagine this scenario. Life pitches a curveball of negativity, be it an unforeseen event, a letdown, or unwelcome news. You take the bait, and in a flash, you're descending emotionally and experientially. But hang tight. In the upcoming lessons, you'll gain the tools to gain control. The downward spiral isn't your typical amusement park ride. It's the real-life equivalent of stepping on a spiky thing in a Mario Brothers video game. Then, emotions take the wheel, and it's a non-stop trip to Downerville. And the main instigator? A black hole. Think of them as the most intrusive pop-up ads. Irritating, destructive, and all-consuming. What's even more daunting? They masterfully leverage negative emotions like agitation, anger, and panic to draw you into their vortex. To triumph over this cunning game, you must remain cooler than a polar bear's toenail. Remember the sectors concept in Lesson 7? Well, it's the golden ticket to understanding your movement in the quantum field. Imagine you're riding high on an upper sector, then one lousy phone call from a toxic family member throws you into the deep end. You get emotional, and suddenly your luxurious sector feels like a distant dream. In short, that phone call was the sneaky black hole gunning for you, and you fell for it. These black holes, along with the concept of gravity, are the prime culprits in experiencing a downward spiral. You could be on cloud 9, waiting for that game-changing career upgrade call, and then gravity plays its part. And suddenly, you're in the basement of reality. But as we journey together, you'll pinpoint the exact moments where you goofed up, compromised your reality, and got stuck in the spiral. So, what ignites this whirlwind of negativity? Spoiler. It's you. More precisely, it's your emotional response and reaction to a piece of negative information, news, or experience. A negative event drops by. You react adversely, and the dominoes start to fall. This event doesn't remain an isolated incident. Oh no. It proliferates faster than rumors in a tight-knit community. You find yourself in a downward spiral, gathering speed and momentum, continuing until there's a shift in your energy, and you manage to regain control. The concept of the downward spiral provides a deeper understanding of what we often label as having a bad day. It's the underlying physics at play. The downward spiral doesn't just cramp your style. It snatches you from your posh upper sector, where your dreams were taking shape. Being triggered into a downward spiral pulls you into a tour of a haunted house where you encounter everything you don't want, along with a few unexpected twists. First on the lineup, relationship tiffs, lost chances, doom and gloom from the headlines, the classic toe-meet concrete scenario, or an out-of-the-blue bill. If it grinds your gears, it fuels the spiral. Then the emotional culprits come out to give you a spook. Sadness, envy, anxiety, That gut punch of depression, anger, confusion. Heck, even a sour look at yourself in a fitting room mirror can give it a nudge. From here, things just continue to go off the rails. Lose your grip on this ride, and soon you'll have to expend precious energy trying to find your way back to where it all started. Are you passively riding through tumultuous sectors with no hands on the wheel? Snap out of it. Here's the deal. If a negative event hooks you, negative events will increase exponentially in your layer of reality. You can count on it. A tiny blip of negativity doesn't just birth its twin. It goes full-on rabbit mode, multiplying faster than you can track. Ever had one of those days where one misstep snowballs and suddenly the universe seems out to get you? Classic downward spiral action. Ready to switch lanes and play a whole new game. Meet Lisa. Lisa, a vivacious lady in her 60s, usually finds her joy amidst the vibrant blooms of her garden and the infectious giggles of her grandchildren. Life for her is usually as sweet as the roses she tends to. But one morning, she hit a series of speed bumps that turned her day into an emotional roller coaster. It all kicked off with a call from a relative, infamous for being a downer. The knot in her stomach twisted tighter with each grievance aired. As the call ended, she tried to shrug it off, thinking she could dodge the rain cloud of negativity. Oh, how wrong she was. As the day trundled on, the universe seemed hell-bent on testing her patience. Her favorite coffee? Sold out. Her beautifully manicured flower bed? Trampled by the neighbor's dog. And then, an unexpected bill that arrived in the mail. And the cherry on top? News of a sudden death of a friend. What next? Lisa thought. Each event felt like a jab to the ribs, leaving Lisa gasping for air under a cascade of frustration, disappointment, and anxiety. It was as if she was viewing the world through a pair of doom and gloom tinted glasses. And the worst part? The more she stewed in negativity, the more it seemed to multiply. By sunset, Lisa was spent. As she replayed the events of her day, a light bulb flicked on. It wasn't just the mishaps that had drained her, but a reaction to them. She'd unwittingly become the architect of her own demise, allowing each negative event to snowball into an avalanche of despair. Determined to turn it around, Lisa chose to zero in on the positives. She nurtured her garden, had a heartwarming chat with her daughter, and even turned the last page of a book she'd been engrossed in. As her mindset shifted, so did the weight on her shoulders. The ominous cloud that had cast a shadow over her day began to break apart, revealing hope and optimism again. The takeaway? Life is a mixed bag of highs and lows. While we can't control the curveballs thrown our way, we do hold the reins when it comes to our reactions. By acknowledging our emotions and then consciously choosing to focus on the positive, we can snap out of the downward spiral and reclaim our joy. The money shot. Panic? Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's talk dollars and cents. Financial pitfalls, poverty, debt, that nail-biting panic over money. They're the norm in lower sectors of reality. Anytime you feel the downward spiral's nudge, take a step back. Reacting negatively? It's a one-way ticket down. But navigate wisely, and you'll be swimming in success sooner than you think. The recap. Reality isn't just something you live. It's something you shape. But the downward spiral, with its drama and negativity, can reshape your reality faster than you can say instant noodles. Stay alert, stay aware, and make sure you're always holding the joystick to your game of life. Poke the brain. When did you last feel like you were in free fall, spiraling down with no parachute? Your next power move. Awareness exercise. The storm chase. Step 1. Stand tall in the storm. Throughout the week, when you feel negativity or drama approaching, pause for a moment. Instead of reacting, take 3 deep breaths, grounding yourself while considering everything you've learned so far. Step 2. Choose something different. Whenever you sense panic or unease, remind yourself, I am in control. Disengaging is my choice. Step 3. Black hole detection. Every evening, reflect on your day. Were there moments or situations that felt like potential black holes of negativity? Note them down. How did you handle them? Did you manage to steer clear? This easy awareness exercise will help you build resilience against negativity, allowing you to navigate towards positivity effortlessly. Over time, you'll notice that the usual triggers lose their power, and being unbothered becomes your default state. Lesson 20. Trauma triggers. Okay. I know this may all be feeling a bit doom and gloom, but don't trip. We've got to strip all this noise down to a fresh starting point, and then it will all be up from there. I promise. Recall a moment when an unexpected memory or event struck you like lightning, leaving you reeling in a storm of emotions. That's the handiwork of a trauma trigger. We've previously explored the downward spiral and how external factors can abruptly drag you down. Now, let's shift our focus to a more subtle yet profound challenge: the trauma triggers that reside within you. Yes, entangled in your own narratives, you often find yourself in the lower sectors of your existence. In this lesson, we delve into the dynamics of the downward spiral and its shadowy accomplice, the trauma trigger. Prepare to embark on a journey of self-liberation, because once you grasp this, you hold ultimate control over your position within the quantum field. Have you ever experienced that sudden heart pang or stomach drop, as if your past just ambushed your present? That's a trauma trigger in action, a stealthy disruptor that can obscure your clarity like a fog. Picture it as the unexpected antagonist in your life's narrative. We've all felt like emotional puppets at some point, our strings pulled by shadows of past hurts. A casual remark or an inadvertent action can unexpectedly transport us back to old battlefields. These are the moments when our traumas surreptitiously dictate our current scene. Yet, here lies the silver lining. While the external world may be beyond our control, the realm within us is ours to command. Consider this mental toolkit your secret weapon. It's about cultivating full mental awareness, identifying the emotional upheaval, and gracefully sidestepping the downward spiral. Embrace this guiding principle. I am the observer and the architect of my reality. The truth is, you can dissolve the stranglehold these triggers have over you by not succumbing to the place they've taken you in the past. You need not completely dissect the trigger itself. It's more about not giving way to your natural propensity of spiraling downward once triggered. The key lies in recognizing the onset of a trigger and consciously choosing not to follow the familiar path that leads you into the depths of despair. By doing so, you're not only acknowledging the trigger, but also actively preventing it from dictating your emotional response. This approach empowers you to maintain control and stay on a more positive trajectory. The strategy is simple, yet powerful. Identify the moment once triggered, acknowledge it, and transform it by not succumbing to the downward spiral. Pin down those triggers, be it rejection, criticism, or lingering insecurities. Embrace them, dissect their origins, and crucially, respond to them with this newfound control. In essence, navigating trauma triggers is not just about healing. It's an opportunity to rewrite your script, redirect your narrative, and elevate your quantum capitalist journey. Are you ready to turn your triggers into stepping stones towards a higher sector? The Money Shot, unmasking the ghosts of your money past. In today's financial landscape, the bitter truth is that many people struggling with money are victims of trauma, whether it's the weight of poverty mentality, the chains of a scarcity mindset, or the paralyzing grip of learned helplessness when eyeing the path to greater wealth. They are all manifestations of financial trauma. The underbelly of reality, the lower sectors, is a breeding ground for poverty, debt, under-earning, and financial dysfunctions. It's in these dimly lit sectors that our money-related traumas, imprinted during our formative years by witnessing financial missteps by our role models, keep us anchored. When we internalize these experiences, we find ourselves perpetually resonating with these low-level financial frequencies. Both poverty psychology and ignorance of wealth building are merely scars of financial wounds. Such wounds can be passed down generationally, like watching our parents make catastrophic financial decisions, or they can be self-inflicted. Take this scenario. Imagine diving headfirst into a booming housing market, only to helplessly watch as your investment plummets, leading to foreclosure. Scarred by this experience, you vow never to purchase another house, and as a result, you miss out on potential profits for the rest of your life. This is a classic case of a financial trauma response. It's paramount to step back and objectively pinpoint where your financial trauma triggers lie. Only by recognizing and navigating these triggers can we free ourselves from being perennially tethered to those bottom sectors. It's not just about moving upwards. It's about healing yourself first. Time is money, they say, but emotional energy, that's the real currency in the game of quantum capitalism. Every moment you spend stuck in a trigger is a moment lost, an opportunity squandered. But with mastery over your triggers, you're not just saving emotional energy, you're investing in yourself, reaping dividends in the form of clarity, focus, and unshakable determination. Higher sectors beckon. The recap. So, we dove deep into the murky waters of trauma triggers. You've learned that a downward spiral isn't just triggered by the external, but also internal. The path to higher sectors is navigated by an awareness of the outer and inner events that trigger you, either causing you to downward spiral or never leaving the lower sectors to begin with. Poke the brain. Ever thought about how much wealth, emotional and financial, you've missed out on because of unresolved trauma triggers? Chew on that. Your next power move. Trigger throwdown. In the spirit of leaving behind what pains you, because that's what quantum capitalists do best. Let's lay down an exercise that you can use in your current place, in space and time, when confronted by a trigger. For the foreseeable future, identify the moments when you are being triggered and use this exercise. 1. Identify the precise moment once triggered. 2. Remember the guiding principle. I am the observer and the architect of my reality. 3. Acknowledge the trigger. This could be as simple as whispering under your breath, "Not this time, you little bitch." 4. Transform it by simply not succumbing to the downward spiral. Do this as often as necessary, redirecting your focus in the moment to something that brings you joy, extracting some type of benefit from your reality instead. Maybe Give yourself a treat, do something nice for yourself, engage with somebody positively, or spread some joy in your external environment instead. The key is to exit the routine you've succumbed to in the past, which involved getting triggered and giving in to the downward spiral. Once you've grasped and cultivated the power of being able to stabilize yourself in your current sector, only then can you truly begin to evolve to some of those upper sectors. This exercise is pertinent in the process of stabilizing your place within the quantum field. May the force be with you.